in the United States, nor any intent of visiting as a tourist in the United States. So we try to understand which is the practical meaning of what they're doing.
So if there's no practical meaning, and I acknowledge that the same sanctions were imposed against the same defense official in the same brigade by the Trump White House in January. So if they're symbolic, why did the foreign minister, Bruno Rodriguez, today talk about a migration crisis if the U.S. keeps this up?
No, what the minister said, alerted, is that the United States and people within the United States are trying to provoke a very irresponsible crisis of migration. Cuba has been alerting for this for months already, about this. And we have said that it's irresponsible to do so. We have taken every measure to prevent it. It is something that we want to prevent, but the United States is playing with something that they should not be doing.
Will you restore internet access? And what is the government afraid of people having information?
Internet access is not interrupted in Cuba. It has not been interrupted in Cuba. Some services have been frequently and sporadically interrupted, but the main topic here is the attack on internet against Cuba, with the participation of the U.S. government and with the participation of major organizations that deal with internet. It is something that already has been covered by other newscasts like Reuters, like Newsweek, and that have been recognized with experts in the matter. This is an operation against Cuba with the use of internet to try to mobilize people, to try to disseminate misinformation about Cuba, which is confusing everybody. We have seen people, even in your program, say things which are totally untrue about Cuba, and it is part of an operation against our country. That is the big story regarding internet. Internet is not interrupted in Cuba.
Has not the government restricted dissemination of internet information? Hasn't the government taken some steps to interrupt internet access, perhaps outside of the city of Havana?
As I said, there has been sporadic interruptions of some services of internet, but internet has not been interrupted. And again, the big story is the interruption of Cuba's outlet, of Cuba's organizations, the interference in Cuba's infrastructure and network, which can only be done with the support and the participation of the U.S. government and with the authorities of the major internet organizations. That is the big story here. Internet being used as part of warfare against Cuba.